Hello, my name is Bhaskaran. I'm going to be the faculty that walks you through the topic called Managing Architectural Ambiguity. Through this short introductory video, what I'm going to do is to kind of explain to you what this topic will cover. Basically, what is the kind of learning that you will get by completing this module. As you know, architecting is the first phase of any product development, and it's actually the fuzzy front end as it is called. The word fuzzy in itself has meaning. It means that there is likelihood that the front end is not really crystal clear. And this topic really speaks to that. It talks about the kinds of ambiguity that can arise during the fuzzy front end of a product development. There are many sources of ambiguity, and I'm going to be in this module covering some of those sources. We call them sources, but you could also think of them as causative factors that contribute to ambiguity during the architecting phase. The impact of this, if there is ambiguity during the architecting phase, the impact of this is both in terms of cost, schedule, and probably the scope that will be finally delivered by your development team into the market. So let's look at some of the sources that can contribute to this. Obviously, customers themselves are many a times confused about what they want, and they keep changing the requirements as the product is evolving. Secondly, your own management has got conflicting requirements, and those requirements for sure have a role to play in the way you architect your product. Your competition also could many a times define what kind of features and functionality will get into the product. That too is a source of ambiguity. I'm just giving you a sample of this. Obviously, there are many more that we will cover through the module. In addition to this, there are lexical reasons why you will get architectural ambiguity. What do I mean by this? You take the word run, for example, the English word run, R-U-N. This word on its own has 179 meanings. A human being is able to communicate with another human being because they understand the context within which this word is used. A computer, alas, does not do this. This is the reason that just by the mere fact that you're using natural language to describe requirements can lead to so much ambiguity in the way that you actually evolve the product. There are also architectural reasons themselves that lead to ambiguity. The architectural principles that we're all so dependent on when we are architecting a product. Amongst the principles, there are conflicting principles. There are priorities of various principles. And all of these together can, some way or the other, lead to ambiguity in the final form of the architecture that you have defined. Finally, this module will tell you how to manage all of this. I'm not saying that you're going to eliminate all the ambiguity, but at least can you reduce it? And how would you manage the remainder of the ambiguity that you have? The pedagogy is a combination of course, conceptual inputs. So you will learn a little bit of theory around this. But a lot of it is driven through case studies and examples. And these case studies and examples will help you appreciate the challenges that you as an architect will face as you're architecting the product. We are sure that this module will give you a far better understanding of the whole process. I would urge you, as a preparation to coming into this class, to complete the pre-reading. The pre-reading will already speak to many of these concepts that I was just talking about, and the pre-reading kind of helps you point to other sources of information that you can come better prepared with as you enter the class. I'm sure you'll find the class extremely interesting. I'm sure you'll learn a lot through this session, and I hope to see you there.